17 Google images you won't believe exist. 17. It's the size that counts. Since Google Maps was first introduced in February of 2005, it's accumulated around 20 petabytes of data, which is roughly 21 million gigabytes. So you can imagine, with all the images it stored up, you are bound to find something creepy, incredible, unbelievable, and too good to be true. So speaking of size, how's this for the world's largest airplane graveyard, also known as the Boneyard? There are roughly 5,000 planes discarded here, including F-14 Tomcats, C-130s, A-10s, and even F-4 Phantoms from Vietnam. Incredibly, this is even open to the public, so if you're keen to go, it's based just outside of Tucson. 16. Now you see it? Now you don't. Google Maps aerial and satellite images are updated every 2 weeks, and they say Street View images as often as possible, but things like weather do play a part in that. So one week you may find yourself pottering around in your garden on Google Maps, and the next week there will be no one in your garden. But if you're one of those unlucky ones, well, then the image of you doing something so embarrassing is going to stick around, well, forever. So cue those nose-picking, dog-pooping, public shagging, drunken misdemeanor images right here. 15. Discussion lines now open. And there seems to be a lot of disagreement online as to why this lake is this bright red color. Google Maps took this picture of the red lake found outside Sadr city in Iraq. Some theories have said it's a dumping ground for a nearby slaughterhouse, but that's just crazy. And it would take thousands and thousands of liters of blood to get it to that red. Plus, it probably wouldn't be so bright. The most logical explanation seems to be that it's caused by the mining of copper and iron. Whatever the reason, it's a fascinating image taken by Google Maps. 14. What's in a name? You must really love yourself to go to all this effort to have your name carved into a sandy surface. Hamad bin Hamdan Al Nahyan is apparently worth $20 billion, and on one of the islands that he owns in the Persian Gulf, he had his name carved onto the sandy banks. The letters are apparently visible from space, and the reason why these letters haven't washed away yet is because they are so large they have actually formed waterways. They stand half a mile tall and around 2 miles in length. This guy has too much money and way too much time. 13. Gotta love your chicken. This concept of putting massive advertising campaigns in the middle of nowhere and then hoping that Google Earth will snap it is called mapvertising. This KFC logo is made from 65,000 tiles of different colors, which took a team 6 days to put together. It's found in the Mojave Desert near Rachel in Nevada. There is also a humongous Coca-Cola logo made from 70,000 empty Coke bottles placed on a hillside in Chile. 12. Bird's eye view. This image raises so many questions. What was the reason for the birds' heads? Did they all get together knowing Google View would be there? What did they hope to achieve with this image? And the list goes on. Apparently, there is an art school close to where this image was taken in West Tokyo called Musashino Art University. The truth, as it turns out, they found out that there was a Google Street bike going to make its way past them. So they decided to play a bit of a prank, and it worked. Such a super image. Well done, guys. 11. No escape. I'm really glad Google Maps wasn't around when I was growing up, because I would have probably been caught doing things I really shouldn't have been doing. In rural Australia, a couple were caught having a shag on the side of the road. The image is heavily blurred on Google Maps, but there are of course the uncensored ones doing the rounds. It turns out though it was a bit of a hoax, as the couple spotted the Google Street View van and then pretended to have sex. However, this one may be set up, but there are a few lewd ones doing the rounds on the net as well. 10. You're not safe anywhere. So besides the vehicles that capture the images for Google Maps, there are also trikes, trolleys, snowmobiles, SUVs, and of course satellites that capture the images throughout the year. So you're really not safe anyway. So when this poor woman needed to go, she really needed to go. What she didn't need though was Google taking a picture of her doing her business. Granted, she did have a whiz on the side of the road in broad daylight, but I doubt she ever imagined that she would be seeing this image online. 9. How's this for a spaceship? This is the SS Jassim, and it's one of the largest shipwrecks visible from Google Earth. It's no surprise really, as the ferry is 80.54 meters long and roughly 13 meters wide. Just a little bit of FYI. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, there are roughly 1 million shipwrecks at this exact point in time. It was in the year 2003 that the SS Jassim sank just off the coast of Sudan. 8. What do they teach our kids? Imagine asking someone what school they go to, and they reply, "Oh, the school with the giant penis." I'm sure you would be a little bit surprised too, but it's actually the truth. The Clancy Catholic School has been vandalized with etchings of 3 giant penises. The school has been struggling to get the image removed from Google Maps and have had no luck so far. 7. No joke. Google Maps has really uncovered many things that some people would rather forget about. This image has brought out buried memories for Jose Barrera, who believes that the image he is seeing is the body of his deceased 14-year-old son, who was killed in 2009. 6. Speculate away, because there are loads of unexplained images just like this doing the rounds on Google Maps. Sad to say though, there is no alien involvement, and all of them have a pretty logical explanation. Desert Breath began in 1995 and is still visible after all this time. It's over 1 million square feet and found in the Eastern Sahara Desert, bordering the Red Sea. The team displaced 8,000 cubic meters of sand to create these incredible shapes. 5. We found him. That's Wally, of course. And this was a project by Melanie Coles. For her final year art project, she created a massive Where's Wally and popped it on the roof of a building in Vancouver. She challenged people to play using Google Earth and offered a real-life version of the very popular game. She did, of course, get an A for her efforts. 4. Sheer beauty. This is the Grand Prismatic Spring in the Yellowstone National Park, and Google Maps has captured its beauty brilliantly. 3. Say cheese. There are many Google Map images of faces. There's an Oprah Winfrey maze, pumpkins sketched into fields, suns appearing in crops, the smiling face of the Versailles Gardens. We've seen lips and bare bottoms appearing out of hay bales and trees. But this image is just so unique. It's of a Native American Indian peering out from the hills of Alberta in Canada. A sort of mix between old and new, as it appears like she's wearing earphones. 2. Hop to it. If you were to go for a hike in northern Italy's mountainside sometime between now and 2025, don't be surprised when you come across this gigantic bunny. It's 55 meters long and was meant to make its audience feel tiny, like in Gulliver's Travels. It's made from straw and fabric and will decompose naturally over time. They say by 2025 it will all be gone. 1. Just for the love of it. And our last image, just because we love what we do. Here is a heart-shaped island just for you. Made famous by Google Maps, this 130,000-foot islet is now a lover's hotspot. Apparently, no one lives on the island, so the owner said it would be the perfect place for a romantic getaway. So book your next getaway now. Just be careful that Google Maps doesn't snap you in the act. Where would you like to most visit on our list of strangest Google Map images? Let us know in the comments below. And remember to subscribe to our channel for more incredible videos just like this. Thanks for watching.